Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk with you about resilience. When you think about resiliency or resilience, it's kind of that ability to take a hit and bounce back, right? It's not how many times you get knocked down to the mat, it's how many times you get back up kind of thing. Resilience. And when you look at the life of Jesus, you can see that he actually had to exercise a lot of resilience to keep going forward. It was amazing when you think about the things that he did, that he was able to keep bouncing back. And some of you are thinking, well, Chaplain Potter, isn't Jesus the Son of God? I mean, this he's God, right? This is a whole different category. But remember, in Jesus you have two natures. You have divinity, humanity. You have that divine qualities, but he was wrapped in flesh. He faced temptation as we do. He got worn out and tired just like we do. He had those needs to eat and to rest and all those things too, right? And so I want to look at the life of Jesus and learn from him. Think about all those things that he endured, not just the cross and leading up to the cross and the crucifixion itself. I mean, that's a whole nother level. But I'm thinking about just the speaking to crowds for days and taking all day long to heal the sick and deal with the spiritual battles that were going on as well. How he would get worn down from that. And don't forget, there were Pharisees and there were the teachers of the law and different ones who were always trying to catch him slipping up and say something blasphemous or whatever, so they could shut him down and have a reason to carry these accusations against him and really shut him up. That called for a lot of resilience. So what is it that Jesus did that allowed him to keep bouncing back? And one of those things is that he would get away and spend time in prayer. He wouldn't just get away by himself, but he would get away to be with his Father in heaven. That's what prayer is. It's in part getting away to spend time with our Father in heaven. Now, we can pray anywhere. We can pray without ceasing. We can kind of keep that open channel going. But there's times that we clearly see in Jesus' life and ministry that he would unplug. He would get away by himself to spend some concentrated time away from the noise and clamor, away from the critics, to focus on his Father and to kind of renew and regroup for the ministry ahead of him. And that's important for us to do as well. And for us, Jesus didn't have to deal with the social media, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, right? He didn't have to deal with this stuff. But for us, we might have to unplug for a time. If you want to utilize social media, I do, at least some. I can't keep up with all of them. I still don't have an Instagram. I still don't have TikTok and some of these other things. But obviously, it's a great tool. It's something that we can utilize, but we have to be careful that it doesn't control us. We have to be careful to guard our time and guard what's going in here. And so sometimes to be resilient, we have to unplug from social media. Maybe we have to shut down watching that 24-hour news cycle and get away from that for even 2 or 3 days. Just unplug and spend that time in prayer. Spend that time getting to know the Father all over again and see what God might speak into your life. Allow him to renew you. If it was important for Jesus, the Son of God, to spend that time with the Father so that he could remain resilient and keep bouncing back, how much more important is it for you and for me? All right, now that's just one of the things that Jesus did to remain resilient. This first video is a little bit longer than some of the others will likely be, But I have some other things about Jesus and resilience that I'm going to be talking about. So look for those. But in the meantime, put into practice the things that I talked about in this one. Take care.